Thanks for watching Q&A with Mike Britt. Been accused of being a Mr. Know-It-All, so I want to try to tackle the toughest questions you can send me. You got to stump me so I can show this guy that I'm not a Mr. Know-It-All. There's a lot that I don't know. And let's find out what we got. All right, so bring on the next question, please.
Mike Britt, why do you think people choose to labor for people that don't care about them instead of taking to the woods or to a compound to be self-reliant?
Okay, the question is, why do we choose to work for people that, half of us, yes, it is a choice. For many of us, it's not a choice. Many people are simply stuck in the situation that they're in. They live their whole lives being told that this is the way to live, and they're simply doing what they think. You do what you got to do. That's the way things are. That's the way life is. If you don't play ball, then you don't get the chocolate, And why did people choose to labor for people who don't care about them? Well, half the time, yeah, you're laboring for somebody who does care about you, or they're indifferent. They don't necessarily not care about you. Sometimes, yeah, you really are working for somebody who does not care about you at all. I mean, you're just like, you're a little monkey running around doing work for them. Usually they're sitting back collecting all of the fruits of your labor, and that you're only getting like a cut of it. That's the scam of employment. Um, have you ever worked at a place where you and all the other people working brought in thousands of dollars for the place, and you only got like $40 after your minimum wage, after they take the taxes out and all this and that? Um, the question was, why do people choose to labor for those who don't care about them, instead of
Taking to the woods,
yeah,
or
taking to the woods or going to like a compound for self-reliance? Okay, there's about self-reliance. It's not really self-reliance if you have to join a compound to do it. Uh, a truly self-reliant individual should be able to just go out into the woods and take care of themselves. I guess that's why go out to the woods or join a compound. And I think it's because of two things. It's because of the iPhones. Nobody wants to leave their technology. They love it so much. We've come so far. We got these computers. We got the internet. You're using the internet right now. It's awesome. Do you really want to give that up and go out in the woods? So working this terrible job that you have to be able to pay your iPhone bill, for some people it's worth it. And which brings me to number two. This is really trying to answer your question right here. I think it's because of your friends. It's really because of your friends. If you look every once in a while on your news feed, every couple of weeks I see somebody who's just like, I'm doing it. I'm leaving this satanic society and I'm going to go out into the woods. Who's coming with me? And you hear crickets. Nobody wants to go with the guy or whatever, and then he probably might not go. It's very rare that somebody is willing to leave all of their friends and family. Community is really important. We spend our whole lives building up these community support systems that we rely on our family and friends so much, and it's really hard to walk away from all that good stuff to get away from the bad stuff until everybody gets on board. We got to have massive social change in order to have everybody at the same time walk away from the system, and it'll grind to a halt. And the ones with the money aren't making any new money, and then they'll start to negotiate, or they'll kill all of us. I don't know, but I think it's really because of your friends. Look at okay, in a lot of villages on the other side of the world, you see people who walk for hours. They walk for hours to get to where the water is, and they fill up these jugs, and they walk all the way back to the village with these jugs of water on their heads for hours. And they're like, "Here's the water, we got it." And they do this every day. Some people do this every single day, and they're like, that there's got to be some of these women probably stop for a second. They're like, yo, why are we doing this? Why don't we just live near the water? And everybody's like, live near the water? What are you, crazy? We're gonna have to pack up the whole village and move to the, yeah, you're nuts. Like that, it probably goes on like that. It's you have to move the entire community if it's going to work. Nobody wants to go alone because happiness is only real when shared. I don't know. I don't really believe that. I think that Into the Wild movie is some propaganda. Like you have this guy who gets on this like Thoreau trip where he's saying like, yeah, self reliant, of course, and he tries to leave and go do all this stuff, which is a great idea. But in the film, they chose to make a film out of a book where a guy screwed it up, so that way the masses can point to this film and say, "Oh, you want to go try that? Well, you saw what happened with that guy who ate those berries. That's going to happen to you." And that's more of your family and friends and coworkers trying to talk you out of things, because we have to have examples in media where people screw that kind of stuff up, so they can use that to reinforce why you shouldn't do it. And I guess what we need are more films to uh, more works of art that show success stories of people doing that, and let's have those things take off, and that will contribute to the social change, to have people congratulating and encouraging others to leave the system. And so that's I guess that's the best I can do to answer that question. Thanks for asking it. That's a great question, and yeah, thanks for watching the show.